Hi guys, welcome. So we are back in 5v5, thank god for that. And during the first round, I'm going up against Droby from Maul 1. And yeah, he has the GP advantage, like almost like 800,000, something like that. And he has like a lot of Datacrons as well, like you guys can see. I mean, I'm nowhere near uh, to that. But nonetheless, 3v3, 5v5 is my favorite game mode, so I'm really up for a challenge. And as you guys, if you guys follow me, like that most of the time I set a really heavy defense. So I have a relic sortie. So I decided to put her on defense, Lord Vader as well with Candy, and I have some really good Datacron for that team. The stun whenever Nines is still using her special, and also that debuff is going to help there is a chance that it will reduce the cooldown of my team's abilities, which is great. Other than that, I also set this Ray team, and yeah, that's really strong. I managed to get a lot of hold with it, like you guys can see it. You can also pause it, but yeah, that offense increase and also the turn meter gain is really good. I actually, after this round, I managed to get that Datacron to level 9, and that Slicker team is really good because I have an R9 fast, which makes the JKR counter really difficult. So I've set 3 GRs down there. Up top, I have this Redis with Relic Rogue One members, so that's just a filler. DR with Nest, also Dash and Qui-Gon Jinn. So there's nothing special there. As for fleet, I'm going to show you guys it at the end. So his defense is Qui-Gon Jinn, Jango with Bam and Kuill, Mon Mothma, and a full team of Inquisitors. And as you guys can see, he has a lot of level 3 Datacrons, so that's going to be the team of this match. They're actually really annoying. So, down south, this is where we're going to start. He said Dash, DR with Nest, Starkiller with an Omicron, and also there's a level 5 Datacron on gas, which is going to be really, really annoying. So, yeah, I'm going to pause it here for a sec so you guys can read it. So, all that health steal, extra half, and 13.16% crit damage. That's just really, really annoying. But we'll get into it in a bit. So, yeah. By the way, guys, I'm recording all my battles on Twitch. Sorry, I just received the message. So on Twitch. So if you guys want to catch me live on Twitch when I'm recording, then there's a link in the description of this video's description for my Twitch channel and also for my Discord. Whenever you guys have a question, you can comment down below, or feel free to join my Discord server. I'm online most of the time, and yeah, I'm more than happy to help you with anything. And also, we just reached 800 on my channel, which is absolutely brilliant. So I would really, really appreciate if you guys like and subscribe to my channel, because 5v5 is my favorite game mode. So and I'm also in the top 100. So I like to think that I'm sort of like I'm really good at it, and that's not my ego speaking on anything, but yeah, I'm also in the top 3 guild in the game. If you guys haven't watched my videos yet, so yeah, I'm more than happy to help you guys with it. But having said that, let's jump straight into the battle. So I decided to use Traya with Barris and Talon against Dash because Barris really good to keep the team alive, but it's not really clean. That's the only problem with it, because unfortunately on this team there's not many but there's no protection region at all, which is kind of annoying, because other than that, like, you can pretty much walk over on this dashed comp as long as you guys can match the relic levels. Because if not, even though you have berries here, Dash can still one-shot you. And it's not so much Dash, like Vendor can do a damage based on his max health, and Cassian's second, like that's a really big hit, so you have to pay attention to that. But other than that, yeah, as I mentioned it, this is like a hard counter. What you want to do always is to try to kill Vendor first, because once the prepared gone, yeah, you can just rip the team apart. So I decided to kill Dash first. Now most of the damage is gone from the team, and after that you just need to really go after Vendor. And after Vendor, take out Cassian, so there goes all the damage dealers now. So basically at this point, as you guys can see, like, the protection's gone. So the only thing you can do is just, at the very least, try to get max health, because then you will only lose like 5 banners, which is still a lot. But looking at Traya, she has a max health and protection, so this could be like what, a 71, if I can finish L3 quickly before she uses his AoE. But like Nihilus is like a turn away to use his Annihilate. And I think it should be a 71. Yeah, so it was a 71. Still, it's a 4-drop banner, which is a bit annoying. So yeah, next up is Bounty Hunters against DR. Now I had Troopers, but I really don't want to waste it just yet. I kept 2 GRs for offense, so ideally I wanted to keep all of them to the back wall. So here we kill DR first, and after that you just try to go after Basti, and once Basti is gone, you just, what you want to do is keep Set alive as long as possible until you can cycle around to get Mendo's Annihilate, because if you hit Nest, she can counter, unless you call somebody to attack her who's under stealth. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. And the reason I'm calling the Mass Assist is because I want to generate turn meter, which is just kind of important as well. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just going back and forth. Now luckily, unfortunately, Malak went after Mando, and he removed the Christians up. So yeah, and he was also stunned as well. And the reason you don't want to hit Malak is because once you crit hit him, then you'll get feared. So yeah, now we can take care of Malak, and just once again is the same story. You just need to cycle around, and yeah, you just need to wait for Mando. Or not. I suppose he can take care of Nesta on his own. But yeah, we dropped another 2 banner, which is kinda annoying. So yeah, here goes that gas team. I still decided to use CLS. That was an R9 gas, by the way, with 143k protection, and that's a lot. So yeah, you can see that he has a lot of protection. It took me a while to get to sit him down, and now we just need to go after 5s. Like, we need to kill 5s. Okay, 5s is gone. Yeah, unfortunately we couldn't kill Rex in time. And now Gas was like, yep, I'm going to go all in. And unfortunately they gain a lot of buff, like all of them, which is going to increase their offense. And Gas, even though Han had a guard on him, he just still killed him. And now suddenly it's just, we only have CLS, 3-pack and Chewie, and 3-pack is dazed. And now Gas decided to delete Chewie. So this isn't looking good at all. Like, but thank God I managed to get through it with horrible banners. 54, like, God, that's annoying. So on this one, because so here's the thing, let me pause it for a second. So he had a 366 speed Mara Jade. I kept my Starkiller for offense, and my Mara Jade was 1 speed faster. But the problem is, I used mirror before, and I used to be really good at it, but for whatever reason something happened, and I lost like back to back twice in a row. So I really don't want it to waste my Starkiller, because yeah, it's just way too expensive to give it away. So I was like, even if I lose with this, with GG, at the very least I can probably take out 1 or 2 of them and then send in Starkiller to clean it up, or something even cheaper. But yeah, that was my whole idea about this. So the main thing you need to do about this need to know about this counter is, you always want to go after a person who has target lock, because that will generate thermometer to GG. And I made a mistake there, but I wanted to apply the target lock on Visas, because Visas needs to die first. The extortion needs to go on Mara, because you want to slow her down. But you need to kill Visas first, so she won't be able to revive. Now the target lock is looking good so far, but here I made a mistake. Like, Mara Jade has no target lock, but I still decided to go after him, and that the rest of the team gained a lot of thermometer because of that. But luckily I managed to take them out, both Mara and EP. So now it's just about, we need to kill Starkiller. Unfortunately he used his special and he has the Omicron, which means every time he uses his special, that will give DI and taunt to the tank. Now we was able to go back to Starkiller, and now it's just about controlling. Like, you guys can see if you keep an eye on my team's thermometer. Like, we are looking really good. I was even trying to get some banners back, like I get top up note, so it was a 61. We still dropped 4 banners, but it's at least it's a one shot. So yeah, I managed to one shot everything. So I was expecting to see at least one, maybe even two GRs at the back. Yeah, let's see how many he actually set. And look at that. So he kept all his GRs. And let me pause it for a sec. So he kept all his GRs for offense. So I was like, oh god, like this is going to be a nightmare now, because you guys remember all those banners that I mentioned it earlier, like 4, 5, 10, or even 11 or something like that, drop banners. So that's a lot. So he set Maul, Hux with the first order Thai Omicron, and the same sorted team that I set it, the 50 RT. So I was like, okay, now I'm going to need really good banners. So I'm sure you guys use this a lot. So Bad Batch, normally Bad Batch can get you 65 against the Qui-Gon Jinn. There's nothing really special about it. It's a hard counter. The key thing is you need to stun Anakin before you kill Qui-Gon, which we managed to do with Wrecker. And after that you can just blow them up. There's nothing special about it. So that's down. And I kept Iden for the offense, because no point, in my mind, there's no point setting Iden on defense, because it's just they are just one per food, and they are a hard counter for Mon Mothma. Even though this is like a weaker Iden team, which I'm going to talk about it a bit later, why I didn't use the death. But because of the Omicron, so whenever they call them assist or they attack out a turn, that will heal us and also gives us a lot of turn meter as well. Like you guys can see, if you ignore them and you just only pay attention to the turn meter on my team, you will see what I'm talking about. So I just wanted to get 65. So I was looking at the health. I was like, maybe I can kill a scout first. But yeah, this was like, this is a massacre, like an overkill. Okay, so another 65. And now I was like, okay, I still have Starkiller. I mean, this should be easy. There's nothing to it really. Like, I can run circles around this team. I just really need to kill Kuill first, if it's possible, because once he goes, he can cleanse everything and give turn to the rest of the team. And yeah, I'll just stun them. And yeah, Starkiller can do a lot of damage. Obviously, Bam managed to take a turn, but I'm really not that worried about, like, Starkiller just deleted him, which is like crazy. So yeah, now it's all about just controlling the fight, like applying debuffs that will give a lot of turn meter to Palpatine, and then Starkiller will delete everybody with his basic and the call to assist. So yeah, this should be like another 65. Yep. So up next is this is where I kept death, because I decided to use troopers against Maul. Now the thing is, with this fight you really need to kill somebody first as quick as possible, but because of Maul's lead, you guys will see that the taunt will always bounce around to the healthiest ally, So you cannot really just go after somebody. Like you see, like it was Bo-Katan, now they pass it back to Armorer. That's why I use the turn meter, because I need to stay ahead of Maul and Candace. Because if they decided to go, then it's going to be game over. Like, there's no way around it. And you guys can see, like, Maul is about to go. I was like, wow, that's not good. Even though we had 27 stacks, so now finally we managed to take out Bo-Katan. Now it's just Maul is still looking really dangerous. But yeah, it was a bit scary, but it was another 65, which is great. So yeah, I had gas. It was like, it's not going to be good banners, but I never actually faced this team in 5v5. Well, that's not true. I faced it in TW, but we used a different counter for that. Yeah. That was actually something really interesting, which I'm going to point out in a second in this fight. So we're going after BB-8 first, because she can generate, or he can generate the turn meter, but look at that. So under gas lead, nobody should be able to come back. And I killed him, and yet he still came back. So that's why I was a bit puzzled. And until the chat pointed out, you guys can see down below that there's actually something in the Sortis kit that her revive is unpreventable. Which is good to know, I suppose. But yeah. So now it's just about getting through. We need to get through Sorti. Well, she's really tanky. But yeah, Gas just has way too much firepower. So yeah, unfortunately that was a 60 with your 5 banners. So since I still had 2 more GLs, I decided to overkill Hux. That's where I saved the JML. And the thing about this is, you really want to kill Hux first, so we can start. The team can start generating turn meter. So we just mark down Hux. But because of the TIE Omicron, this team is really tanky, actually. But obviously they cannot do nothing against the coin damage. So now it's all about try to get more banners. Well, at the very least 65, but GML is not looking really good. Look, we are so close for the max protection on GML that they just keep attacking and attacking. So Faust is gone, and yeah, I was surprised that I managed to get 65, which is great. And the last battle, so I decided to use C with Wattenborg. Because I never faced this team before, not even in TW, so I wasn't sure, but well, I was certain about it that with Wattenborg's health tech, that there is no way they can beat C. So I decided to link 7 Sister, because whenever an Inquisitor ally uses her special, then she's going to be called to assist. So yeah. And I was like, I was looking at my protection, and they were like, oh wow, there's barely any damage on this team, which is kind of sad. Like, I know many of you who are watching this video have already unlocked Grand Inquisitor, but yeah, this faction is just so bad. Like, wow, it just there's nothing to say about it really. Probably the only good thing I can say about the Grand Inquisitor is just it makes the Sector 5 battles in Conquest a bit easier. But without him, I mean, look at that. They are barely touching the protection on sea. Like, I was a bit actually annoyed about this, that I went into Ultimate, because I was thinking about maybe I can get max banners if I stayed in my normal form. But after watching the damage they are dealing to see, is just is nothing. So it was all about timing. And yeah, well, it was 65, but yeah, it is what it is. They managed to keep bottom ball. So let's see the fleet. We one-shotted his ground, which is great. Now, hang on, I was actually checking something in the editing. Oh yeah, so we are going straight into ships. And look at that. He said rebels. And this is the first time I saw somebody setting rebels at this level. So yeah, let me pause it for a sec. So he said Malevolence, Thrawn, and rebels. Obviously, at this point I was like, wow, he kept 6 GRs per offense. He kept all his meta fleets for offense as well. So I was like, I really need it to be clean. So yeah, I mean, this one is obvious. Negotiator versus Malevolence. There's nothing special about this. I mean, I'm sure most of you guys have used this over and over again inside the fleet arena. So yeah, basic on Soundfac, we call the mass assist. Now, unfortunately, we didn't land the target lock on Buzz Droid. But yeah, I mean, that's an R95, so he can still deal a lot of damage. So now it's all about controlling the battle. Like, fortunately, Spy is going to come in, so depending on who is going to mark, this could go really, it could be really easy, or, you know, really bad. So let's see. And this, I was lucky with this. I mean, I really don't mind that. So now it's just, I'm trying to avoid using any AoE just yet, until, yeah. Because I wanted to switch over to Spy to land the buff immunity, so he won't be able to hide under stealth. And now we have the mass assist. Unfortunately, Plo's health is not looking good, and protection as well, so it was unfortunately only a 69. Yeah, we dropped like 3 banners on that as well, which is annoying. So rebels against Empire. Luckily there is no TIE fighter, so this should be like an easy. It all depends on the dodge on TIE Bomber really. If you get the dodge, this could go really bad, really quick. So you don't want to use the wiggle. You need to use the basic to call to mass assist, call to assist, and now that's it. Now it's just about remove that buff, remove the taunt, so I can gain some turn meter. But yeah, the bomber is still making things a bit difficult. So now we can wiggle. And yeah, that interceptor is really annoying. So now I was like, I wanted to kill Darth Vader first, but the bomber was so annoying, so I was like, okay, let's go after him. Here I was really thinking about live on stream, which one to call in, like Phantom or Biggs. Like, I wasn't sure if Biggs Phantom can do it, but I was also worrying about Cassian. So I was like, let's play it safe, because I might lose Cassian. Because of, if you guys look at the health and everything of it, that interceptor can ignore taunt. So I was like, okay, let's call in the tank, and it was enough for the win. But it was another 69. So this fight, I mean, it's supposed to be a hard counter, but now the only thing about this, if you cannot land the stun on MILF, then, or you cannot kill him in time, then you could be in trouble. So you need to put the hunted on MILF, and then you stun. But unfortunately, Beaston was faster than Special Forces, so now I was like, oh god, I need to do this the hard way. Like, you need to get rid of Biggs, like ASAP. And of course Akbar healed them up, so now it's like, let's do it again. Oh, I needed the turn meter. Just keep using the AoE, that can do a lot of damage as well, and if with the Echelon's mass assist, I should be able to get rid of Biggs. That was an R8 Biggs, by the way. And now that dash ships came in and I had the offense down, but I was still decided to go for it, and luckily I managed to take it out. And now it's just about, you know, staying ahead of his ships. But yeah, this could be really scary, this battle, if you cannot take out MILF on turn 1. Obviously I can match the relic level of his, but yeah. And I think, yeah, I put it on 1x to see the damage. Yeah, that was almost 300k. And finally a 72. That's what I wanted to see during the other battles as well. So yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, let me pause it for a sec. So yeah, that was my score, 18-18, which isn't the best, given the fact that he had 6 GAs and all the meta ships for offense. So yeah, I'm going to cut now to the final result, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, so here's the final result. I managed to win thanks to my defense. So down south, he couldn't beat my Lord Vader team with my level 6 Datacron. He one-shotted my shorty team, which, yeah, it could happen, but since I had her relic, I figured I'm going to put her down on defense. It took him 3 jars to beat my raid team, and also another 3 to get over my slicker team. Up top, I think he one-shotted everything. There was nothing special up here. And then back at ships, he dropped a battle against my executor. Think he used mirror. I'm not quite sure though. Then he also one-shotted my malevolence, but yeah, there's some glitch in blue stacks. And at the back, this is what I had for this round. So yeah. Yep, luckily my defense managed to get the job done. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Finally 5v5 is back. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this season. Even though Datacrons are not really a good thing, but we'll see what happens. Thanks guys for watching, and please subscribe and like this video. It really helps my channel, and I do appreciate every single one of your support. We just passed the 800 mark on the channel, so the road to 900 is on. Yeah, see you in round 2 guys, and take care, bye.